Hi, this is Paul Haar from the Saxophonist.org, and I'm here with a play test of the TM Custom 500 SL and the 500 SL Custom tenor saxophones from Tenor Madness. One of the things I really enjoyed about this playtest of the Tenor Madness Custom 500 SL horns was actually having Simon Harding from Tenor Madness come over to Lincoln with a couple instruments and explain them to me, but also to demonstrate something that they call voicing, and that is they believe that they can customize, or I guess what would be in like clothing terms is made to measure a saxophone to the particular player's needs. They call this voicing, and that is if you can get to Tenor Madness, which is really the preferred method, but they can also deal with you over the phone and through email. But if you can get to Tenor Madness, they can help you customize the saxophone. And I wanted to kind of show you what this is all about. And the fact that Tenor Madness has a number of different necks that they're able to voice to each particular instrument. So this is the session tenor, and I've got on the traditional neck that they have, the regular bore neck. And I'm using the 7th Avenue South that we're play testing for the next issue, so don't forget that. And this is what it sounds like. It's really a wonderful free-blowing sound. But listen to what happens. Let's say I'm kind of looking for a little bit bigger bore. Well, this is a neck that has a bigger bore that they can work in for what you're doing. Has a completely different feel and a completely different sound. All right, now we can even pair that with a different neck. For example, here's an Eastman neck that they gave me to try out that they've had a lot of really good experience with. So I can take that Eastman neck and try it on the tenor. So you see you can get a different sound. So it's possible for you to get a saxophone with the regular bore neck and say, you know what, I like this Eastman neck, or I want to get a large bore neck, and you can try and have different sounds. And what's really cool about it is these are all working with the instruments to play and pitch, and it's kind of a unique way for you, the saxophonist, to tailor your sound to their instrument. You know, if you want to create a stir on Facebook, post something about the merits of a vintage Selmer saxophone versus a Taiwanese saxophone, and you're going to get every nut job on the planet giving you a response. Here's the reality. Yes, 20, 25 years ago, there was a legitimate complaint about Taiwanese-made instruments. Here's the deal. The production was substandard, as were the materials back then. But in the last 2 decades, the craftsmanship and the work that has been happening from Taiwan has been outstanding. I've had the pleasure of playing most of the Taiwanese saxophones that are available on the market in the US, and they rival some of the big boys that you're used to. And don't think that some of those big companies aren't outsourcing some key work or some materials to those Taiwanese factories, because they are. Now, here's something you need to know about. So what makes this Taiwanese saxophone, this TM Tenor, different from others? Well, like all saxophones, it's not the production on the factory as much as it is what happens after the production of the factory. Now, I've known Randy for 30 years and the guys at Tenor Madness, and you know, one of the things I could say is they're complete geeks when it comes to the saxophone. And I've always said this before. I don't care if you're a dentist, you're a doctor, you're a lawn guy. I want you to be a geek about what you do. And these guys are constantly tweaking and working and discovering new things. When an instrument comes to them, it's not up to their playing standards, even though it has their name on it. One of the things that they're going to do is they're going to relieve the body stress. They're going to make sure that the keys fit well, that the brace is set in the right alignment, that posts are in the right alignment, so there's not tension, which can cause a lack of vibration. I've even seen the guys change out the pant guard on the inside to something that's smaller so it resonates more. They fit each horn with the proper neck, because some necks work better with some other ones, bodies. They make sure they have the best leather pads, brass resonators, everything's working in great order. As you can hear it, it really, really rings. There's a lot of things I love about this instrument. I love the response. It's free-blowing. I love the fact that you can try a variety of necks and get different sounds. And that's just not even the tip of the iceberg. But one of the things I really love about this instrument is the hand engraving. Now, there are a lot of saxophones that are made that have machine engraving, but there is nothing like, look at this. This is like the old balanced actions. It goes down into the bow. That's just gorgeous. Now, funny thing is they told me is they lost their engraver and they were freaking out who they're going to get their engraver. And it turned out that somebody that worked at the factory was apprenticing to be an engraver. And look at that work. I would tell you right now that if you're looking for the colors and the sounds and the feel of a vintage saxophone, but you know, maybe you can't afford it, or you're looking for something that's more modern, key action friendly, this is one of the top tenor saxophones on the market. And coming from guys at Tenor Madness, you know that's going to be the case. These sell, you can get unlacquered and lacquered for just under $5,000, and a little over $5,000 you can get gold plated or silver plated. These are really, really wonderful instruments. So the final question I know people are going to ask is this a saxophone that you could see yourself playing? Very easily. If I needed to buy a modern instrument, this would be the horn I'd get. And in fact, you know, it's getting harder and harder to travel with a 1955 with a 57,000 series Mark VI. Or I might just be looking for a different change or a different sound. This is definitely one that I would consider purchasing. To learn more about this and to check out our full written review, go to www.thesaxophonist.org and make sure to check out our site each and every month for new product reviews, articles, and information about the saxophone.